The real estate crisis for us in Kenya is you've got 250,000 annual housing deficit, a varied cost of land and high cost of purchase for the end user. On the Kenya shilling, most banks will give you debt at 15%. Banks now will do 105% financing, but the conversation is, look, if you do 7-8 years of a mortgage, you've already paid for that unit. How we've designed it is 900 units, 6 towers, about 160 units per tower.
The green building compared to 20% savings on energy, 20% saving on water, and then 20% savings on embodied material energy.
So money does grow on trees.
Apparently so.
My name is Kariba Moko. I run Moad Capital, the investment firm based in Nairobi, Kenya, part of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, the Ibuka program, a listing platform for companies that are looking at fully listing in the future. So I run the real estate side of the business, and I'm working on our first project, Tungo Place, 900 units, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments, primarily looking at the middle income segment in Nairobi. We're the partners, and then we have advisory board staff. So front office staff will help us with sales. I think for us, we're just putting our best foot forward, trying to get to raise as much money as possible for our project, put it to ground. The real estate crisis for us in Kenya is you've got 250,000 annual housing deficit, a varied cost of land and high cost of purchase for the end user. Nairobi is all business. It's the capital city and everything goes on here. Mombasa has the ports and it has the beaches. 66% of the economy is based in Nairobi. The central business district is where government and town is, but the hub we were concentrating on is Westlands. And Westlands is 13 kilometers from our project. Most of the corporates are normally within Westlands and its environs. Very close to the big shopping malls. But our project is in a semi-rural area. For our project, we were looking at attracting middle management staff that come on projects to the UN. The Nairobi office heads a lot of other offices. Most of the key UN personnel live within this Runda, Gigiri, Nyari area. We're within, I think the first zone is the green zone, and then you've got a blue zone. So we're within the blue zone. The proximity to the UN security team, if you're in a green zone, it means they can get to you in under 10 minutes. Tungo Place, it's on a 5.4 acre piece of land. We're doing 900 apartments, 6 towers, three towers of 3 bedroom units, and 3 towers of 2 bedroom units, about 160 units per tower. We're gonna have a commercial center, the living area, and then we're going to have the garden and community area at the bottom of the project. We're trying to encourage that active lifestyle. There's a 3-bedroom tower and a 2-bedroom tower. 3-bedroom tower, 2-bedroom tower. But then at the end it changes. So you've got a 2-bedroom tower, then the last 3-bedroom tower is at the edge. So this is your typical floor layout. If you look at the floor plan, we have only 8 families. Anything above that is too much. So this allows for that community. On every floor, you have that feeling of community. You've got your 7 neighbors that you can engage with. This is our largest unit. It's called Tausi. Swahili for peacock. It's all about beauty and expressing life. You get in here, you've got your dining area, you've got a lounge, for the kitchen, you go to the back, you've got your wash area. All our units have the domestic servants quarter at the back. That way, when you sell your 2-bedroom, your family actually uses 2 bedrooms. Your living room, this is a 2-bedroom unit. It's called Jiwa, bigger 2-bedroom unit. Your typical lobby looks like, get off the lifts, and then you go any of the 4 units. You've got a lounge area, so you can have your private parties here, or your hotel-like kind of setting. You've got gardens here, community center at the top.
Site built using prefab parts.
Yes.
Whole project cost is like 55 million.
Each tower costs about 10 million USD. So average costs for each of the units is about
66,000 a unit to build, selling for about 90,000 USD.
We're trying to raise about 55 million USD purely for Tungo Place. Then once that is done, between 2022 and 2025, we'll be looking to do our Series B. We've gone through about 1.5 million USD, acquired the land, moved it to the LLP, constituted the project team, designed the project. The problem with phase one is that you're also doing, most of the groundwork for the rest of the phases. So you sink in a lot more costs. The local rate here is on the Kenyan shilling is most banks will give you debt at 15%. Banks now will do 105% financing, but the conversation is, look, if you do 7-8 years of a mortgage, you've already paid for that unit. So if you're taking a 15-year mortgage, the cost of credit basically ends up being double what you had to spend on the cost of the unit. So for us, we developed a product called 25, as little as 20% down, 2% of the purchase price, and then the rest, the 80% can be spread over 5 years. The fifth year, if you're not done paying, then you would need to then get a mortgage partner or whatever to take over whatever is remaining. Encouraged most of the buyers to pay at least 70% of the cost of the home, so that then you're only going to the bank for a small amount. 5 years down the line, you've got all this banking that you've done, and you're going to the bank as a developer and saying, look, I have 900 clients, 100 of them need this kind of finance. We'll arrange a bulk deal for them. So it's easier for the buyer because you're negotiating in bulk for them rather than them having a one-on-one negotiation with the bank. If you don't make your payments, then you forfeit the 20% that you had paid. Looking at alternative sources of finance so that then we get money from investors to just put the structure up. People want to move in and pay for the unit. So you need, as a developer, you need to think about, can you have, your rent to own kind of model?
And it ends up being much cheaper for you to not have to borrow the money on the front end too. It's like a win-win for investing their savings into a project that will end up not only giving them value, but also through that vehicle that you're providing, provide them cost savings.
Pretty much. We were aiming for 160. Contacted, but not yet confirmed, is about 838. Interested, pushing them for letters of offer is only about 7. With my target of 160, I have about 153 to go. By the time I hit ground, I will first invite this over 1,000 people to come to my project. That's where I hope to convert my first 30 to 40%. If you've got impact funders that then understand sustainability and build the whole project to be on photovoltaic, generate for electricity, and be almost fully dependent on our own energy.
Generating energy on the site, and you don't consume as much energy as a traditional house, then you're less susceptible to market volatility too. This EDGE program, excellence in design for greater efficiencies, I guess an initiative by the World Bank. Is that right?
It is. It's actually a green building certification standard that compares with LED or Green Star, EDGE more friendly to customize to each location. Requirements for Nairobi would be different from Mombasa to get the certification. The green building compared to a brown building, 20% savings on energy, 20% saving on water, and then 20% savings on embodied material energy. Look at water, it could be something as simple as how are you treating your grey water? Are you treating it? Is it coming back? In the long run, it actually saves the building owners, the developer, time and money, and also the end user of the product. You don't want to get into a house that is also costing you an arm and a leg to maintain or an arm and a leg to power up. It actually qualifies you to access green bonds or green financing. The first green bond that was done in our country pushing green buildings that are actually EDGE certified.
So money does grow on trees.
Apparently so.
I've never really thought about getting into real estate as a developer. But in 2015, when we started Moad Capital, Moad Capital, the Moad means mind of a dreamer. So ideally for us, what we're doing is we're enabling housing dreams to become a reality. How 25 rolls out in Tungo Place will really determine what we as a company, going forward.
Kariba, thank you so much for the tour. Thank you, Frida.
Thanks, Charlie, as always.
Okay, thank you, pleasure.
All right, thanks.
And have a good one.